This weekend, we have the new Twisters film that is going to be hitting theaters, and the director of the film just said the one thing that he is not supposed to say if he wants to continue to work in Hollywood. What he just said is a big, big no-no. It goes completely against the grain of the Hollywood agenda. So we're going to be jumping into this and seeing what he has to say here. This honestly made me want to actually go see the film this weekend because of what he said. So, Twisters, which stars Glenn Powell and has an 84% on Rotten Tomatoes, has been taking heat from some segments of the online left, which you already know that this movie is probably going to be good if it's making leftists mad, for being a movie about tornadoes without ever mentioning climate change. How can you do that? Oh no, it doesn't have an agenda? The one thing, Twisters doesn't have a reference to climate change. This is rather surprising. This is coming from the Hollywood Reporter.
The possible impact of climate change on tornadoes is complicated and still being figured out, but scientists seem to agree tornado patterns are changing, with more tornadoes happening on the same days and more tornadoes happening outside of Tornado Alley, even if the number of tornadoes overall is unchanged.
So the number of tornadoes overall is unchanged, but you guys are still going to try to fearmonger with this because that's what you continue to do.
And in any case, the American Red Cross recently, I think is what it's supposed to say, told ABC News that the climate crisis is forcing the American Red Cross to respond to nearly twice as many large disasters as we did a decade ago. Oh no, guys.
As Greta Thunberg predicted, this is the year where the world is going to be over, okay? We are all going to go extinct this year. That's what Greta predicted like 5 years ago. So, you know, you better buckle up because this is our final year as a species, okay? So the Hollywood Reporter lamented that perhaps Twisters should have at least contained a throwaway line about global warming to raise awareness about the issue. But Lee Isaac Chung believes otherwise. So the director of the film decided to say, F you, I am not going to push an agenda in my film. I just wanted to make sure that with the movie, we don't ever feel like it is putting forward any message, Chung told CNN, which of course I can imagine sent all of the leftists into complete meltdown mode because in their heads, Hollywood uses movies as nothing more than a vehicle for their agendas. And if that is not taking place, then you are not doing film correctly. You are not doing your job. I just don't feel like films are meant to be message oriented. You mean that he actually focused on the things that should matter, like entertainment, value, and stories and characters over a message? How dare he? What a heretic. I think what we are doing is showing the reality of what's happening on the ground. We don't shy away from saying that things are changing because, well, I mean, everyone can agree that things are changing. It just doesn't mean that there is like this entire like end of the world doomsday event type of thing. I wanted to make sure that we are never creating a feeling that we're preaching a message, because that's certainly not what I think cinema should be about. I think it should be a reflection of the world. So honestly, huge W to Chung for taking this stance, a completely non-political stance. And this is exactly what we need more of in Hollywood. He absolutely destroys all of the woke insanity with what he says here, and I can imagine there's a lot of leftists who are extremely angry about that. So with that being said, let me know what you think about this in the comments below. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll talk to you all in another video very soon.